Hi guys, it's GX1991 here. Today I want to share with you the method I'm using for having 10 hotkeys on my controller. First of all, I apologize for the bad quality of this video. I don't have much time to record on my computer and then add audio, etc. So I just prefer to record it with my phone. But let's get straight to it. I want to show you how I'm using the 10 hotkeys on my controller. You should know that if you play with mouse and keyboard, you will have 10 hotkeys for using your weapons or your items, but you can't do this with your controller. I made it possible to have 10 quick hotkeys on PS4 controller, so I'm able to change weapon items very quickly. So I hope this video will be helpful for people who like playing this game with controller. So let's get straight to it, and I'm gonna show you what I did. So first of all, we have to go to the Steam library. Go to Sons of the Forest. Go to the right, here, Settings, Manage, and Properties. Go to Controller and select this option, Enable Steam Input. In this case, it will be PlayStation. Then you go again to Manage here, Manage, Controller Layout, Edit Layout. As you can see on the left, there are the buttons of this controller. So what I did is create a combo that will let me have 10 additional buttons on my controller. So what I did first was go to these A buttons, which are X, circle, square, and triangle here, and then we click on create a mode shift. When you will create this mode shift, this copy of these buttons will appear here, down here. So we go to the first settings here, mode shift, settings, mode shift button. I selected the right bumper. If you know, in this game, the buttons you use the less are R1 and L1. You only use them to roll something you are building, something you are building, so you don't use them very often. So my favorite button was right bumper, which is R1. So let's go back. For this mode shift, we will have R1. Then you click in these slots and you will select the button from your keyboard. For example, here in R1X I have number 1, R1 circle I have 2, R1 square I have 3, etc. with triangle I have 4. And here you have the first 4 additional hotkeys. Then we go to D-pad. This is the D-pad. We are going to create another mod shift. I have already it, but you have to do the same thing as before. Click here, create mod shift. Once you will create it, it will appear this directional D-pad mod shift. You click here on the settings, mod shift button, and again I have right bumper. Go back, and my hotkeys are when I play with mouse and keyboard are the slash from 1 to 5 and F1 to F4. So what I did here was this: R1 and up arrow is 5, R1 left I choose here. I can show you how to do it. You click keyboard and you click on the button you want to be on your keyboard. I already did that, so there's no need for me to do it again. And then again, down arrow F1, right arrow F2. And now we have 8 hotkeys on our controller. The last step is to go to joysticks. You will have R3 and L3, and you do the same. Right joystick behavior, you go here, click create mod shift. This will appear, right joystick mod shift. You click here, this mod shift button, right bumper, which is always R1 for me. I prefer it. I think you can choose between R1 or L1 because as I told you, these are the buttons you use. You don't use them very often, only for rolling your buildings. We go back. We click on the slot as always, and I choose this one that I show you before on my keyboard, this one. Last step, left joystick behavior. We click always on this. Create mod shift as always. This will appear left joystick mod shift. We click on this one. Mod shift button, right bumper as always, which is R1. Then we click on this and we select the button on our keyboard, which for me will be F4. And we have 10 hotkeys on our controller. So if you guys like to relax in this game with your controller and have all the keybinds you need to be at the same level with mouse and keyboard, you can do it. It's very easy and it's very useful. So let's try them in the game. Alright, here we are, guys. Okay, let's start the first combos. Before, I need to show you how to do it, but I think you already understood. You open the inventory, then with the right analog you go to the item or weapon you want to have in your hotkeys. For example, let's go to the gun here, to the pistol. I will bind it on number 3. So you select number 3 on your keyboard. Number 3 should be R1 and circle, and we have it. But I'm gonna show you every hotkeys I have. R1 and triangle, I have this one. Circle, oh, there is something wrong, wait. It was number 2, no number 3. So number 2, number 3 was the machete here, sorry guys. Number 3, perfect. Now I have triangle, this one, circle, pistol, as you can see, X, shotgun, square, I have machete, always holding R1, which is the modifier. And then we go to the arrows. R1 and up is the crossbow, right, this one, down arrow with R1 always, the grenades, and left the healings. These are 8 buttons. Then we have L3, it will be the light, yes, and R3, which will be this one. I don't remember the name in English, sorry. So this one. I hope it will be useful for you guys to have these hotkeys on your controller, and thank you for watching. I also hope the developers will watch this and maybe put these options already in the game. So if you go to the option, maybe you could do something like this. Maybe put R1 or L1 as modifier, and the rest of the buttons to have these keybinds on controllers as well. Thank you for watching. See you next.